A different story today, coming off a loss yesterday for Ivanovic, and Zvonareva is coming off a win. So it's going to be a different dynamic for sure.
Should be indeed. I'll tell you, Zvonareva looked very strong yesterday. She is very talented. This is center court here in Doha, ready for day number 2 action. Outdoor tennis, certainly some interesting play ahead of us on day number 2. Well, we'll be with Tracy throughout the entire day. Great to have her over in Doha, and certainly the attention now on Ivanovic. Big match for her today.
Huge match. She needs to win this match to stay in the running, and so it's going to be an interesting task for her. And again, that mental recovery, it's something that these players are not used to. So it's going to be interesting to see how she handles it today. Zvonareva is very comfortable with the conditions here in Doha. She made the final of the women's tournament earlier in February. So she feels comfortable and confident. So Ivanovic has her work cut out for her.
We'll see if Ivanovic can bounce back. She had a lot of trouble yesterday, even with some breathing at the end of that match. We're at the Sony Ericsson Championships, day number 2 from Doha, Qatar. Great to have you with us on Tennis Channel. We'll be back with the action right after this. Championships on Tennis Channel is brought to you in part by British Airways. Book now at BA.com and upgrade to British Airways. By U.S. Bank, committed to helping financial dreams come true. USBank.com. Doha, Qatar, you're looking at the center court of this beautiful tennis complex. Day number 2, roughly a little after 5 p.m. All of the matches on the first 4 days will be played in the evening. A lot of heat in Qatar at this time of year. A little closer look at Vera Zvonareva. And as you mentioned, Karina, this young woman is a very talented player, and we saw it yesterday.
Well, she's had an outstanding year. She's been so solid throughout the year. This is her second appearance in the championships. The only other time she made it to the season-ending championships was in 2004. She's won 2 titles this year. They were smaller events, but she also made 2 finals of big tournaments, Charleston and Moscow. You also see there that she made the final here in Doha back in February at the regular season event. So she made the final. Linz lost to her opponent today, Anna Ivanovic. Ivanovic taking that match 6-2, 6-1.
She likes this center court. Whenever you get to a place and you win the tournament, you say to yourself, hey, this is my court, and this young woman can really play. What I like about her game, too, Karina, is she can get down low on those volleys.
Well, she lost in the final in Doha, so she didn't win it, but she still had a good week, and she still has the confidence. And when you come back to a place where you've been playing well and you've played well in the past, it gives you this innate sense of confidence. It's just this mysterious sort of thing, but even if you're not playing your best tennis, which isn't the case for Zvonareva, but you still come to a place where you've done well and you feel you just have this renewed sense of energy. And Vera Zvonareva has played the last 7 weeks in a row, so she needs that energy, anything that she can get at this point.
Good look at this center court complex here in Doha. This will be a DecoTurf 2 surface as we have a little closer look at Anna Ivanovic. As we mentioned, a great win there. We were all watching that in Paris earlier this year. But as you mentioned, Karina, she's struggling at the moment.
Well, and her current ranking is 4. And 1 to 4 is a pretty substantial drop, considering she was number 1 in the world back in June. And her first half of the year, outstanding. She made the finals of the Australian, won Indian Wells, won the French. She finally got a title under her belt in Linz. She beat a couple top 10 players. She beat Radwanska as well as Zvonareva in the final. So that's got to give her some confidence coming into this match. But the tough task for her is going to be coming back after her loss yesterday.
Normally, she would be on an airplane heading for the next tournament or
heading
for
to
home.
the beaches for vacation.
Exactly. But she takes a little breather, comes right back to play again. We watched her closely at the end of that match, Karina, and we were told that she just had some breathing problems, maybe got a little dehydrated.
Well, she said she felt a little dehydrated, felt weak, dizzy, and not a lot of energy. So she made sure she drank a lot yesterday, and hopefully that's not going to be a problem for her today.
Anna Ivanovic, the French Open champion, gets out of all kinds of trouble in this opening match on day number 2. She had the blood pressure around her arm earlier at 4-1 in that first set, and we thought she might be finished. Well, we want to welcome in our rookie commentator, but a real veteran and champion, Lindsay Davenport. Lindsay, great to have you with us again.
Thanks for having me again.
We'll look forward to a very interesting final set. Obviously, a big comeback, Lindsay, for Ivanovic here. And you talked about it yesterday. Every set becomes very important.
It really is in the round-robin format. They first go off your record, wins versus losses. But after that, if it's tied, it definitely goes down to sets won versus sets lost. So for Vera Zvonareva, even though she has not won this match yet, to already have won the first set is a huge thing for her. She obviously wants to win this match and go 2-0. But if you're going to have a loss, you definitely want it to be in 3 sets.
First game, final set now. She's going to challenge.
What I've really been impressed with Vera most is the way she's mentally keeping it together. I've played her so many years in the past where she would break down, although we'll see what happens right here at this point. But she's really mentally behaving like a top player that believes that she should be there.
You think I didn't know my love was going like this out? I'm showing you that.
Tater Nooney's not allowing her to challenge that call.
Wow.
I can't show you before that. If you're watching my ball, you can't see me showing you. I have to watch the mark. I have to shoot the word. I'm watching the mark. I'm asking you to the ball.
I think what the umpire's saying is that if her lob had gone in, she would have continued playing the point. But because it was out, she was challenging the mark. I'm not sure I agree with him on that, though.
I know. I
think
think she was pretty immediate. I mean, you have to give her a little bit of leeway. She can't.
I know my love is going like this out right away. What's the point for me to wait there?
And she's saying she obviously knew that that she hit that lob out.
Well, Lindsay, you joined us at a great time here. First point of the final set, and Zvonareva having a small fit out there with that call.
interesting to see if that ball was in or out. I don't know if we have a replay of that or not.
Well, I think in what you were referring to earlier about Zvonareva's, mental and emotional composure, I think it's times like this where it's really come through, because she's had a lot of challenges even over the course of the last few weeks that I've seen.
That's wide.
This is a replay
Here's
of
a
the
look
previous
back.
point.
Yep.